It really gives me a great pleasure to participate in this ceremony this morning. I would like to thank you, MEC Mamabulo in particular, for extending an invitation to the Ministry to be part of this wonderful occasion in which we celebrate the first official handover ceremony of a government building to a higher education institution. The ceremony is quite significant because it is a demonstration of how our Department of Higher Education and Training can collaborate with the Gauteng Provincial Government and indeed all other provincial governments. We hope we are setting the pace with this, as Gauteng is always expected to do so, on matters of common concern by assisting the Gauteng-based public universities and colleges to meet their immediate challenges of students who desperately need accommodation by unlocking value in the underutilized public properties that could be utilized for post-school education and training purposes, including this one of student housing. This handover ceremony shows that it is indeed possible to collaborate as government in order to provide student accommodation as an urgent intervention. Therefore, I wish to thank the Gauteng Provincial Government for working together with our department to support universities' infrastructure requirements. Today, we celebrate the handover of this newly renovated residence facility at the Charlotte Maxeke Academic Hospital to support the short-term requirements for student accommodation at VETS. As some of you may know, in more recent years, student accommodation has been identified as an urgent priority by the department and almost in all public universities and TVET colleges, as the Vice Chancellor was indicating. The provision of decent, safe, and academically conducive student accommodation at all South African universities and colleges is of great importance to the quality of the higher education system and the success of our students, especially those from rural and poor backgrounds, including now your day students, Professor, as you eloquently put it. Let me just give you a little bit of background. You may be familiar, some of you, with the Ministerial Review of Student Housing at Universities that I initiated in February 2012. For the first time, we had a comprehensive view of the shortage of student housing at every university and every campus. We got our first real sense of the size and severity of the student housing shortage, and it was an eye-opener for many of us. What was the principal cause of this? The principal cause of this is that we grew our university system in particular very fast during the first 15 to 20 years of our democracy without the requisite resources for infrastructure in particular, because there was this huge demand after the formal end of apartheid to expand. We took much more students than we could. In fact, our growth has been phenomenal. We are just over 1 million university students now. The majority of whom are Black African females, which is a far cry from where we were in 1994. So the shortage of suitable on-campus, which is our idea, on-campus accommodation for students at higher education institutions is a major issue, which requires both an urgent response to the immediate challenges and a long-term solution. This prompted the department to host a student housing symposium in April 2016, as we have indicated, with a wide range of role players, both in government and in the private sector, not only to talk, but also to forge partnerships to assist the department in finding the lasting solutions on this front. A wide range of partners, including the Gauteng Provincial Government, indicated their commitment in supporting the department's student housing infrastructure program by signing a declaration of intent to make available underutilized land and buildings to the 7 public universities and 8 TVET colleges in this province. With over 36,900 students enrolled at WITS in 2017, I hope I'm right, Prof. Up from about 20,000 students in the year 2000, and only 6,150 university-owned and managed beds on offer this year. The assistance of the province in providing short-term accommodation for WITS students who have been struggling to find accommodation is therefore greatly appreciated. And also I appreciate the fact that WITS University do think that this will help a lot, even if it's short-term. But I'm comforted in that short-term arrangement by the fact that there are other buildings that the Gauteng government is going to be identifying that should be used for student accommodation. And that even this one will actually be housing the returning students from Cuba to come and complete. So this is a permanent student accommodation facility, we hope, as is actually been put. It's really a very great contribution. It is encouraging to note that even though the 300-bed residence facility is being leased, as I say, the Gauteng government is working on other medium to long-term solutions. I would like to add my voice to what both the MECs have said, especially MEC Ramkhopa, about the need to look after these buildings. I like your campaign. I care, we care, because we really do need a campaign to say to all South Africans, we must protect public property. This thing of burning a library because we are demanding a clinic does not take us anywhere. Students must look after this accommodation properly, because if they do not look after it, they will be acting in a very selfish way to say it's good only for us and we don't care in what condition we leave it, which deprives future generations of decent and comfortable accommodation. We hope that everybody will be able to cooperate with this goal. We wish the university and the students all the best with the new refurbished residence facility. And we are confident that it will provide quality teaching, learning, and living conditions that will produce graduates of distinguished caliber for our country.